me the code.
Netflix premiered its science fiction horror television series Stranger Things in July 2016, 5 years later, and fans are eagerly awaiting the release of Season 4, which, as you've guessed, has been delayed due to number one reason for any and all delays nowadays: the global health situation. As of yet, there is no official release date for Season 4, but we know it's coming. Nonetheless, it hasn't stopped fans from speculating about what the new season might hold. Will Hopper return? Is Dr. Brenner alive? What is next for Eleven? So stick around as we take a look at Stranger Things Season 4 and the theories you need to know about. But before I get into all the details, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. In the finale of Stranger Things Season 3, Hopper, Joyce, and Murray descend into the secret Russian lab underneath the mall to turn off the machine attempting to reopen the portal, while Eleven and the other kids fought the Mind Flayer in an epic showdown above ground. Hopper sacrificed himself and is seemingly dead. Or is he? Be forewarned. Spoilers are coming your way next. Let's start with Dr. Brenner. Theories about his reappearance have been circulating since the show's Season 3 finale. Many were quick to believe that the American referenced in the end credits alluded to Hopper's survival. However, others have pointed out that the Russians may have gotten their hands on the antagonist from Season 1. This concept isn't a far cry, considering the doubt that Season 2 stirred up over his presumed death. Even Matthew Modine, the actor who plays Dr. Brenner, has voiced his support for this idea.
We've all kind of assumed that the Doctor had been mauled to death by the Demogorgon, but that was never really confirmed, was it?
Even the Duffer Brothers have said that unless you see a body, the character's not dead. And obviously, we never saw Dr. Brenner's body. Matthew Modine says, "I love that fans are trying to figure out where Dr. Brenner is, because we're all wondering, is he in the Upside Down?
Did the Demogorgon drag him away? Is he going to reemerge?"
And remember, Dr. Brenner was running an experimental program that was backed by the CIA, which would have been viewed as a direct threat by the Soviet Union, would not only ensure that he is unable to benefit the US government, but the Soviets could take advantage of his smarts and the knowledge of the gate and the Upside Down for their own ends. But what if he doesn't come back as we knew him in Season 1?
A theory posed by Reddit users suggests the possibility that the character could have been turned into a Demogorgon.
Perhaps through experiments by the Russians? Not impossible, right? All we can say is that if this theory pans out, we could expect to see a very bizarre villain in Season 4. At the end of Season 3, Eleven lost all of her powers, and it was never really explained why. However, simple correlation would attribute it to the Mind Flayer's bite. Another Reddit user has an interesting idea regarding the science behind this. Given what we've seen of Eleven's backstory, it seems that her powers are a result of an altered brain chemistry. The Mind Flayer, on the other hand, drives its human host to consume various chemicals. So, is it possible that it was stirring up a toxic cocktail that could counteract Eleven's altered state? It seems entirely plausible to us. We mean, this is a show called Stranger Things. But what about everyone's favorite teenage babysitter, Steve? Well, some recently leaked behind-the-scenes photos show Harrington checking out a brand new face. While we can't confirm this mystery girl to be introduced in Season 4, it is indeed a new love interest for him. It seems likely given the swing and a miss he took for Robin in Season 3. With the release of the first Season 4 teaser, a lot of fans noticed the links to The Wizard of Oz, and so the theories around it have been circulating for quite a while. The cryptic glimpse featuring the Upside Down with the tagline, "We're not in Hawkins anymore," however, this isn't exactly the first reference to Oz thrown at us. After all, Eleven was kept in the Rainbow Room in the Hawkins National Laboratory, if you remember. And if you look closely at Susie's bedroom, you can spot a Wizard of Oz poster on her wall. Coincidence? Maybe not. It's possible that we could see Eleven's storyline playing out similar to Dorothy's, as she swept off to a much more sinister place, obviously without the red glittery shoes. Another Reddit user has a much different idea regarding the significance of the Oz reference. In this theory, it's the Mind Flayer that gets swept away to the Emerald City, or wherever it is that it went. In fact, it's possible that the events of Season 3 didn't take place in the Hawkins Upside Down. The idea comes from the creature's reference to itself, and its captors as "we," which is echoed by the teaser statement, "We aren't in Hawkins anymore." Whatever the reason the Mind Flayer had for leaving Hawkins, it would have to be more pressing than facing off against Eleven, and that's a terrifying thought in itself.
Speaking of Eleven, what if she never actually killed the Demogorgon in Season 1, but instead sent it to the Russian Upside Down? Interesting theory, right? You see, the Demogorgon shown after the Season 3 finale credits may be familiar. According to this theory, the Russians captured the creature to weaponize it. Yes, the idea may be a stretch, given that the Russian Demogorgon is white, not black. However, it's plausible that the Demogorgon may have lost its pigment after its brush with death in Hawkins. We're not sure what this would mean for the plot, but it'd be interesting to see play out.
As for Hopper, thanks to quite a few revealing Season 4 trailers, it's already been confirmed that he survived the Season 3 finale, but what if Hopper we see in Season 4 isn't the same Hopper we've been watching during Season 1 to 3? Given that he's been reportedly imprisoned by the Russians, it's totally possible that he's been tortured, or dare we say it, brainwashed, in which case he might have no memory of Eleven 11 as we go into the next season. As heartbreaking as this twist would be, it would be interesting to see Hopper take on the role of a villain, wouldn't it? Now, what if we throw some radioactivity into the mix, as in for real? As it turns out, the timeline of the show puts it in a prime position to factor in the Chernobyl disaster of 1986, and Season 3 takes place in 1985. Considering we've already established that some events in Season 4 may take place in Russia, it's not a far cry to presume we could see some historical influence coming to our screen soon. The theory suggests that the Soviet cover-up may provide the perfect backdrop for the next season to transpire without the world getting knowledge of the Upside Down. This next theory might not be very pleasant to hear, but it's a good theory, so you're going to want to hear it. A now-deleted Redditor has pointed out that the whole series has built 11 up to confront the Upside Down. Though we obviously like to see a happy ending after all, it's entirely plausible that she dies in the process. This would be a full-circle story, with her character both opening and closing the gate in. So in short, 11 might very well be the next sacrifice. We're hoping we're wrong, we really do, but we might not be. Though, there is another theory on what we might see happen with 11 next. What if 11 becomes the show's next villain? If Hopper doesn't, that is. This theory hinges on the Mind Flayer doing more than just taking 11's powers with its bite. 11's cut looks suspiciously like Billy's after he got infected, and while we never get to see her filled by the monster goo like we did with Will, the slug she pulls out of the wound appears to be a lot like the one she threw up at the end of Season 1. Also, can you remember what happened when she left Hawkins with the Byers family right at the end of the Season 3 finale? A shadow briefly flashed up when she was sitting up in the truck traveling towards her new home. The, if you call it that, briefly appeared on her forehead. Solidifying this theory, the Stranger Things writers' room has also shared some lyrics from the Florence and the Machine's Cosmic Love on Twitter, which leans into the idea the lyrics they shared are, "And in the dark I can hear your heartbeat. I tried to find the source, but then it stopped. And I was in the darkness, so darkness I became." Should 11 regain her powers prior to the Mind Flayer's possession, she'll make for the most powerful enemy we've ever seen. But the big question, apart from when exactly we can watch Season 4, is will it be the last season? In the past, co-creator Ross Duffer said he thinks Stranger Things will be a 4-season show, telling Variety. We're thinking it will be a 4-season thing and then out. However, the Duffer brothers have more recently confirmed that this is not the case, saying, if the show gets renewed, Stranger Things 5 will be on its way. And judging by the Season 4 theories, a 5th season will be mind-blowing. Thanks for watching, we hope you liked the video. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Till next time!